Hey y'all, welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. So we decided to go Christmas shopping tomorrow since the dogs had their haircut appointment this morning. We knew it would be a little bit later in the day before we could go, and we want to make sure we have plenty of time since we have pretty much everybody to shop for. We just wanted to be safe. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So today I thought that I would show y'all kind of another behind the scenes of a YouTube video and show y'all how to edit a video. This might be a bad idea because I'm not the best at explaining things. I feel like not that I make it more complicated, but I feel like it takes me longer to explain something. So I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet so I don't confuse you. But if I happen to confuse you or I didn't explain something well enough, please comment any questions down below. And then I always leave my social media and email in the description box. So you can always reach out to me that way if you don't want to leave a question in the comments. So I am going to be using iMovie to edit the video today just because that's what I have used from day one. So that's what I'm most comfortable with, and I feel like it's one of the more popular editing software. Plus iMovie does come free on I think all Apple products, and there's even a version on your phone, iPhones, but I don't know how to use it. I think I've tried it once, but it was just completely different than the desktop version, so I really didn't even want to try. But definitely give it a try if you don't have a desktop or a laptop. So I know there is a way to screen record. I mentioned this in I think yesterday's vlog, but I don't know how to do that, and I think you have to have some sort of app. I really don't want to fool with all that, to be honest, so I feel like y'all can see well enough with the camera whenever I zoom in, so that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to kind of show y'all the basics. So splitting a clip, adding music, adding text, adding titles, and then doing time lapse. I feel like those are the most common things when editing a video, and I feel like that's enough to at least get you started. So I am going to do a vlog because I feel like that would kind of apply to more people than a makeup tutorial. But if y'all do want to see how I edit a makeup tutorial as well, like adding voiceovers, definitely let me know down below in the comments, and I could definitely do that for y'all as well. So let's go ahead and get started. One more thing before I start showing you, I lied. I do want to say my number one piece of advice if you are wanting to start a YouTube channel is just go for it. Just start it, do it, because if you wait until you're ready, then you probably won't ever do it. Are you going to be awkward? Yes, but it's okay. Everybody is whenever they first start out. You can go back to pretty much anybody's unless they've deleted it, especially mine, and see how awkward they are, because you're never going to get better and more comfortable in front of the camera unless you just go for it and just do it and practice. Also, you do not have to have a fancy camera, fancy lights to start a channel. Whenever I first started mine, I was using my laptop webcam, and nowadays phone cameras are so good, so you can even record on your phone. One tip if you are going to use your phone is to hold it like this, because it will fit the screen better whenever you're importing and exporting to YouTube. Because if you hold your camera like this, you're going to be able to tell it was filmed with a phone, and you're going to have black on both sides of your screen. So turn it this way. I actually have to use my phone quite a bit for especially Vlogmas, because sometimes my camera will die and I still need to record, so I will just use my phone. Now I'm going to get started with the editing. Okay, so you're going to go over here to the plus where it says create new. You're going to click that, and I don't think it's showing up, but there's two options, movie and trailer, and you're going to click movie. Okay, so this is going to be your workspace. So this is where all of your footage is going to be. As you can see, I have some already imported to iMovie up here. So I'm going to do some of my vlog footage, and if you can see over in this top right corner, you can see is where I'm decorating my piano. So I'm going to click on that footage where it's highlighted and just drag it down here. As you can see, it looks really small, but all of this footage is 18 minutes. So what I like to do is make it bigger. So how you do that is you go all the way over to the right side, and this says settings. I don't think it's gonna focus. And you just slide this over and see how it made that bigger. So it's the exact same footage, exact same amount. So it's 18 minutes. It just made it longer, and that's going to be easier to cut the footage. Alright, so what I mean by cut the footage, see up here where I'm on my phone drinking coffee. Obviously, I do not want that in my video, so I want to cut that out. Sorry it's crooked. I'm struggling today. Okay, so this is where I want to cut my footage. So I'm going to click there. Then I'm going to right click and go down here to where it says split clip. I'm going to hit that and see how it split it. So this part is highlighted, and that's the part I want out of my video. So all I'm going to do is hit delete, and that gets rid of it. Okay, so I'm going to time lapse all this, so I don't want any sound. So what I'm going to do now is select the entire clip, and then I'm going to go up here to the very top above this screen and see where it has the little microphone. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to turn the volume all the way down to 0. So if I was to just let this play, this video would be 18 minutes and it would be super boring. So I love doing time lapse, so that's what I'm going to do now. It definitely comes in handy with vlogs and especially my makeup tutorials, because if you were to just watch me put on makeup in real time, it would, number one, be a really long video, and number two, I feel like it would be pretty boring. So right here you can't really see what I'm doing because I have my back towards the camera. So I'm actually going to stop the footage about right here. So once again, I'm going to right click and split the clip. So now what I'm going to do is speed this clip up. So you can do it up at the top where I did the volume, but to me, it's easier to go to the very, very top left. I don't know if y'all can read those. I think it's kind of blurry, but you're gonna go to modify down here to fast forward. And here are the different speed options. So 2 times, 4 times, 8 times, 20 times. So I usually just do 20 times if it's a really long clip. Since this one isn't, I'm going to go ahead, I probably could do 4, but I'm going to do 8 just to make it quicker. Now I'm going to play it where you can see it time-lapsed. Since you can't really see what I'm doing, I'm going to get rid of that. And now I'm just kind of like fixing it up. And so now I'm starting to add stuff. So I'm going to split it right here again. So I'm just going to double click, or right click, sorry, and hit split clip. And so I don't really want this in my video because I'm not really doing anything, just kind of perfecting the snow, and then you can't see and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that as well. Oh, need to select it first. Okay, see how it was a really sharp move because I'm in a completely different position. I go from over here on this side of the piano to over here. So up here above where my clips are, I'm going to go over here all the way to the right and click transitions. And these are all of the transitions that are already in iMovie. So there are different ones, and over here you can see what they look like. So within a movie, whenever it is like the same footage, I really like cross dissolve because I feel like that makes it really smooth. So now that I added that transition, I want to show y'all what it looks like now. So see how much smoother that was. So that is my personal favorite, but you can use any one you want. It is your movie. So let me add a different one just so you can see what it looks like. So this one is the wipe down. So play around with them too and just see which one you like best for your footage. You can even do a puzzle. So any one you want, just make it your own. That one is just my personal favorite. Okay, so now I'm going to time lapse this where I'm putting up the trees. But see right here where I'm gone, I have no idea what I'm doing. But if I were to keep that, even in my time lapse, people are just going to be staring just right there at my piano, me not doing anything. So I am going to cut that out. So I'm going to split the clip right here. So once again, right click, split clip, and then go up to modify, fast forward. I'm going to do 8 times again, add my transition, and then I'm going to split it again right here. And then all of this footage of me disappearing, I'm going to delete that. And then split the clip again right here. Modify, fast forward 8 times. And then here I'm just kind of rearranging what I already had up there. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete all of this. So I'm going to pretend this is my ending, my little outro. So I'm going to click it here, split clip, and then I'm going to go ahead and delete all of this. Split it there and get rid of all of that. Okay, so remember in the beginning where we muted the whole clip? So now I'm talking and you can't hear me, but no big deal. All you do is select that talking clip and then you go back up here. So now, good, I'm so excited. I think I want you can hear me talking. Okay, so now I need to add another transition between my time lapse and me talking, and sometimes if I'm in the same room and everything, I'll just still do the cross dissolve, but sometimes I will do a different one. So I think what I'm going to do is just the cube. That way it kind of just rolls it over. So now I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm talking so soft in that clip because my husband was asleep and our bedroom is right there off of the living room. So that is why I'm talking soft. But anyways, just for time purposes, I'm not going to add in an intro or anything like that, but all my videos I do some type of intro. Even my makeup tutorials, I just introduce myself and just kind of say welcome back to my channel. My signature is hey y'all. I even say that at the beginning of my Vlogmas. I don't know, I just started doing that at the beginning and now I just do it in all my videos. I feel like it is just my signature, so I keep doing it. So if you have a little phrase that you say, just add that into your channel and just make it you. So I normally do a talking intro, talking outro, but I'm going to show y'all how to do a title because you don't always have to do a talking intro. I think a couple times I forgot to do an intro here on Vlogmas. So what I'm going to do is add a title. So I'm going to go up here to the very top where it says titles, and I really like the title called Pixie Dust, so you can see it to the right. So all you do is click it and drag it down. So I'm going to do that for the beginning and the ending. And then we're also going to add a couple of other things within the video, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, so for the title, I'm going to put decorating for Christmas. And then at the end, you can put thanks for watching. Or what I like to put is please subscribe. And always make sure you spell everything right. And I can't remember who told me this, but I never thought of it that way. I used to put please subscribe at the very beginning, and they were like, it's better to put it at the end or like in the middle or something, because if you put it in the beginning, they haven't watched your video yet, and if that's the very first video they've ever watched, how do they know they want to subscribe to your channel? They may not like the video, it may not be interesting to them, it may not be anything they like. And I was like, you know what? That is a really good point. So I started doing the please subscribe at the end. And then I also lately, well, actually I've been doing it for a few months now, I added in a pop-up subscribe button and I put it in the middle of my video. That way they see that. So I feel like by the middle of the video, they'll know if they like it or not and want to keep watching my channel. And then that way, if they don't make it to the end, then they see that in the middle. Okay, so I have my please subscribe at the end. And then I have my what the video is about in the beginning. And so for the transition between these, I like to do something different. So I'll do like this puzzle. So I'm going to do the fade to black. But once again, you can do any transition that you want, just play around, and you can always, it's super easy to add and to delete, so just play around and see which one you like best. Okay, so now that I have my beginning and ending, now let's add a little bit more to the middle of the video. So here is the time lapse. As you're watching it, it's kind of boring, right? Because you're just sitting here, no music, nothing. So that's why I like to add music to my time lapse, because it makes it more interesting and less boring for the people watching. So one thing you need to know about music, you can't just add any song you want. Like I can't just add Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You because of copyright issues. So there are different websites that you can get free music. There's some that you can pay for. I actually use Epidemic Sound because there are hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of songs that I can use without having to worry about copyright issues. But you can also do the YouTube Studio because they have a lot of free music, and that's what I used for a long time. Actually, I think I've used that until this year. So I'm going to show you how to get to that. So you go to your YouTube Studio, and at the very bottom over here, it has Audio Library. So you click that, and since this is a Christmas video, I did type in holiday for the filter. So I'll go ahead and exit that out. So all you have to do is just listen to all the songs, pick one that you really like, that fits your brand, fits your channel. And then since it's a holiday video, I'm going to go over here to all the filters. You can filter by genre, mood, artist name, track title. So I'm going to go to mood and nope, what was it? Genre. and click on holiday, apply that filter, and then here's all the holiday music. So they do have normal Christmas music, like We Wish You a Very Merry Christmas, Jingle Bells, which is what I use in the intro and outro to my Vlogmas. So once you pick a song, what you really want to pay attention to is the little icon under license type. So anyone that has the little YouTube symbol you can use without having to give credit, but if it has the little CC, you do have to give credit. So down here you go to view details, and so all of this right here you have to put in your description box on your video because it gives credit to the person whose song it is. So you just click that right there and it will copy it, and then you'll just paste it to your description box. So I actually have to do this with my Jingle Bells. So if you go to my description bar of this video or any video during Vlogmas, you will see this in my description box. So just be very careful with your music. To be safe, I would recommend just using the YouTube Studio Music because there are a lot of different ones and just plenty to choose from, I feel like, especially if you're just getting started. That way you don't have to worry about copyright issues or anything like that. Because if you were to use a song that is copywritten and you don't have permission to post it, then you could get a strike from YouTube and they could disable your account, and that could also jeopardize monetizing your channel in the future. So you definitely don't want any strikes from YouTube. So all you do once you find a song you like is just download it to your computer. Okay, so once you download your music, you will go up here to the top again and click on audio, and here are all the songs that will be downloaded on your computer. So I really love this song called Christmas Village throughout my videos. You have probably heard it before if you have watched any of my Vlogmas, and I don't have to worry about giving credit to Aaron Kinney. So what you do is just select it and then you drag it down here to wherever you want to start it. So if you want to start it at the very beginning, you can, but I am going to start it where my clips start, and they're usually pretty loud, so I like to turn the volume down personally. So to do that, you do it the same way you do the other volume. Go up here to the little speaker and turn it down. I personally like to drag it down to 30. I feel like that is a good volume. And then I'm going to show you 2 ways to do the music whenever you're talking. So I'm going to play it normal. Okay, I know I'm already talking pretty soft in this clip, but it is really hard to hear me. All you hear is music. So there are 2 ways you can do this. You can go ahead and just delete the music right there, which is usually what I do if I'm done with my time lapse. So for this video, I'm just talking for the rest of the video. So what I would do is go ahead and just delete that. But if you wanted to keep it and you're going to do more time lapse, what you do is you click on your clip, get that highlighted, and then you're going to go back up here to the volume. And then over here, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says lower volume of other clips. You want to select that, and that is going to lower the volume of the music whenever this clip is playing. So now I will let y'all see it again. Okay, so you can see, or you can still hear the music in the background, but you can hear me talking a lot better. So there is that option. And now if you want to just delete it, what you want to do is click where you want to split the clip. So I'm going to split it right before the transition. So I'm going to right click, split clip, and then I'm just going to delete this. So you can just leave it like this, but I personally don't like that. And let me just let you hear what that sounds like. So did y'all hear how the music just abruptly stopped? I personally don't like that, so I like to fade my music out. So it is super easy to do that. So I don't know if y'all can see that little dot right there. So, okay, pay attention to the cursor. See how there's nothing in between, and now there's a little line in between. You want to make sure there's no line in between where it says fade audio out. You click and drag to the left and see that shadow or whatever? I don't know how to explain that. I told y'all I'm a terrible teacher. So you can make this as short or as long as you like. If the clip is pretty long, I like to kind of drag it out. That way it fades for a while. Okay, now listen to the clip. Did y'all hear how it just slowly faded out? So I just love how that sounds versus just stopping abruptly. So that's what I would personally recommend doing. Okay, so now that we learned how to split clips, fast forward, add music, fade it out, add titles, I'm going to teach you how to add text. And I think that is going to be the last thing. So let's just say, see how I'm pointing to this deer? Oh, no, you can't because I have you zoomed out or zoomed in. Okay, so see how I am pointing to this deer? Let's just say I'm talking about the deer, and when I'm filming, I forget where I got it, so I want to let y'all know I got it at TJ Maxx. So what I'm going to do, you go back up here to titles, and here's all the different titles. So see how it's kind of blank right here where my piano is? That's where I want to add the title. So I'm going to do one to the lower left. So all you do, see where the mouse is? I'm just going to take it and drag it to where I want to put it in the clip. So you can see over here how it's highlighted. So I want to delete that. Okay, so I got the deer at TJ Maxx. So I'm just going to type that in. And then you can also change the font, the size, the color, all of that. So you can see. Whatever font you like and just whatever fits your style. And then if you want to make it bigger, and then I think I want to change it to black. Okay, now I'll play it.
I just finished it and it looks so good.
So just pretend I'm saying, I can't remember where I got this deer, but I'll put it right here. And then if you want it to be longer, stay on the screen longer, give people a chance to read it, all you do is select it and then you'll just drag it out. So that way it will stay on the screen longer. I will usually only do this if I have a lot written. That way it gives people plenty of time to read it. But since all it says is TJ Maxx, I'm just going to shorten it back. So that actually comes in handy a lot because sometimes I don't double check things before I start filming. I just sit down and film. So if I forget where I got something, or if I talk about a sale, or if I talk about a price and I say the wrong price, then a lot of times I will put in the right price with text. So that is when I will use the text option. Okay, so now I will play it from the very beginning so you can see what the finished product looks like.
And I gotta finish it, and it looks so good.
Okay, just ignore what I'm saying here because it really doesn't have anything to do with what I've been talking about.
Right here, but I'm gonna take it up closer so you can see it. I'm so excited.
So that's all I can really think of to show you. I really hope that I didn't confuse you more or stress you out. I'm hoping that I helped you. But if I didn't explain anything well enough or you're still confused, please comment any questions down below, and you can always reach out to me on social media, my email, if you don't want to comment your questions. But that is going to be it for today's Vlogmas. I really hope y'all enjoyed another behind the scenes video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. That is it for today, and I will see y'all tomorrow.